A brief message from your friendly neighborhood editing Jordan. We tend to try to keep things pretty PG-13 around here, but this is an improv podcast. So, who knows what we're going to say. Sometimes we throw in some swearing, some sexual content, and some violence. So, as a general warning, viewer discretion is advised. Also to be noted, the opinions stated about a certain tabletop role-playing game are just that, our opinions. We love the game and we like talking about it. So, any criticisms are really just all in good fun. That being said, wizards, please hire us. All right, with that out of the way, let's get on with the show.
Reginald, my good man, I have acquired the materials requested of me.
Thank
Good.
God I'm exhausted.
Long last, it's time we receive a break. Well, we have all the stuff we need now. I guess we start with the scroll. You know what to do, Doc. I don't really know this stuff.
Yes, here you go. Everything you told me to get's in this little sack. There you go.
If you could just read me off the order, I'll get it done and we can go to bed. And I am so tired of being damp. We are never going on a boat again.
I don't. I have this very, very tight clothing. You'd think it would help get the water off, but it's kind of like when you get it in your sock, but instead your whole body is the sock.
This jacket is wool and it is so heavy.
This is why I always wear the least amount of clothing required to be socially acceptable.
Let's see this first one. Why is it wet? Why is the scroll wet?
Everything is wet. Did you get the scroll wet?
The ink is running altogether.
Can you still read it?
Mimsy, what do you... Never mind.
Hold on, let me look. If I can figure out... I think I can make that out. I still need you to read off the order of the components.
The first one is a miniature warthog of ivory.
But okay, that's in the bag. What? I've never. Whatever the spell says. All right, got it.
Must have something to do. It's a thing of import or fanciness, maybe like a piece of china.
Maybe decoration.
And that seems to be in line. Next thing are the marbles. That's the only word I can make out. Marbles.
Okay, yes, there's a bunch of marbles in here. All right, I'm gonna lay these out, and I think I know what I'm doing. Yes.
And there should only be one thing left. But it's gone. The ink is just gone.
Oh, that's that was the spoon you had me get.
Mimsy, this is a spork.
No, that's a spoon.
It's got little ridges, buddy.
Are you able to stab people with a spoon?
Yeah. You've always been able to stab people with spoon. That's the spoon.
Okay, as far as I'm aware, I just need this to draw the sigil in the dirt, so I think it's fine. All right, give me a moment.
I've never heard that word before. You and Doc do that all the time to me. You make up words. Spork.
Okay.
Okay, I needed clarification on which one there.
In theory, I think we can just go in.
Oh, it's just
it's here?
It's good to go?
Good to go, it's ready?
Well, yes, you shouldn't be able to see it. That's the entire point.
All right.
Well, lead the way.
All right.
I still can't believe we got this for a steal. A magnificent mansion scroll.
Yeah, no, I've only heard that, like, some of the greatest wizards are able to do stuff like this, making their pop-up houses and stuff. And I've only ever seen the hut.
Well, of course, we were able to get it, and I was able to do it. I am one of the greatest wizards.
Yes.
However, this is not what I had in mind when I was thinking of decor.
Yeah.
It's a little grimy, isn't it?
Is this, does this spell... Is it used? Did somebody else make this mansion?
Reminds me of being back home on Duran Duran Day.
I don't think that's how pocket dimensions work, but I mean, if we accidentally open somebody else's pocket dimension, but that's not.
Well,
It's
I mean,
probably fine. It may just be because I don't know. Maybe maybe the components were strange. I don't know.
if it's someone else's, then say they should probably be around here somewhere, shouldn't they? We could probably find them and ask.
Well, that's not exactly how the spell works. You can't really stay. You do stay in it, but once the spell ends, you can't stay in it.
I'm not following.
There shouldn't be anybody in here, except for, I mean, there are
But
supposed to
we're
be
in here.
sevens. Well, we're in here because I cast the spell, so
So there should be people in here.
there should be us in here as well as invisible sevens, but I'm not hearing anything.
Well, that's probably because they're invisible.
That's not what invisible means.
Well, maybe all these clothes that are strewn around here, maybe these belong to the invisible servants. Maybe they just didn't, get it cleaned up like they were supposed to before we came in last time. What is There's something written on this sweater. I don't know. Either you read this, I can't.
Whose clothing is that?
That is an old language, but it is often seen in some of those uppity schooling places from where I'm from. See? Ah, yes. This is Upsilon Omega Upsilon.
That is an organization on several magic school campuses that have branches all over the place.
Ah, so whoever was here must have been one of those great wizards.
That makes
Well, I
sense
wouldn't say
now.
great. It's not one of the ones that you want, like, they're the ones that you want to be a part of, and then they're the ones that, like, anyone can join, and it's kind of, you know.
Well, if it's not that great, why are there so many of these things around here that have this symbol on them? Clearly, a lot of people like it.
Like, and joining out of necessity may not exactly be the same thing. However, I don't know why this is all here, and why it all seems to be unwashed.
Indeed, there is a rank odor in the air.
What rank do you give it?
Stale.
It's gross.
Oh, I
It
was gonna
sounds like
say
old
like
beer.
D.
Yeah. D or bordering on F. Really, only reason it's not an F is so that they can stay in school.
I was gonna give it a solid D, because I figured, yeah, we could get like some air freshener or incense or something. It's not so overbearing that we couldn't, make it work, right?
It's not as bad as the graveyards, that's for sure. It's
Not
not as bad as the
graveyards.
graveyards.
It can't really
No,
get
that
worse
was
than the
bad.
graveyards.
No,
Camping in the mausoleum was not our best move.
But I don't really care for this place. Mimsy, are you sure you're not uncomfortable? Its ceiling is quite low.
I experience this most of the places we go to.
That's
At
fair.
least he's used to it. There
Although
should be food in here.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
was about to say, I'm actually a little hungry, so I was going to go looking around for a minute. I can kind of get over this. Besides, this looks like more of a common room. Maybe the bedrooms look better or something. We don't really need to worry about it. So,
True, we may not be staying here very long.
yeah, let's see if we can't find like a kitchen or a dining hall or something. I'm starving.
Now, I know that our shoes are probably waterlogged, but does anybody else find the floor, despite looking plush and soft, kind of,
Sticky?
I was going to say crunchy?
Yes. In certain
I don't-
places, it's both.
I don't like either of the words you two just used to describe that, even though I'm not quite sure exactly how they mean.
It's not good.
Mm-mm.
Well, indeed, let's try to find some food, I suppose. Do we just simply summon the invisible help?
I mean, they're supposed to be able to just like clap, I guess.
They've been around us this whole time, watching us and observing us, I bet. Like some
What?
kind of practical joke.
Waiting for their moment, perhaps.
I don't think they're supposed to be that sapient, but again, I'm not entirely sure.
Help?
Mansion people? Hello?
Maybe we have to figure out their name and say it, and that gets them to come.
Well, we already
By
said the
all
name of the
means.
place.
Bobbert. Baggy. Bimpus.
All right, putting a stop to that. I think we can make do and find our own food. There should be a kitchen around here somewhere, even if we can't find the suspicious lack of invisible servants.
Where did you get those names from, anyway?
Oh, those are standard down where I'm from. I was going down the alphabetical list. I don't like to do A's.
I understand. It's like names where I'm from, down on the streets, like L'Ariel.
No, it's not.
All right, I'm finding very little in the kitchen except for warm condiments, and there's a box of pizza that seems like it may have seen better days.
Oh man, I haven't had pizza since we were down in the tributaries like 4 months ago. Let's see what we got here.
Indeed, it was when we were in the graveyard, in that
Yeah.
mausoleum.
Yeah, it's good memories.
Mhm.
I never would have
Oh.
expected pizza from a mausoleum to be actually edible. I don't think this is.
Don't underestimate the cooking ability of the undead.
Guys, I think this was probably worse than the pizza mausoleum.
I think it's definitely worse than the pizza mausoleum. There's pineapple on it.
My favorite. Oh,
Ugh.
It's also like it's like 4 or 5 pieces missing. Did someone like stick their finger in over here?
I think somebody took a bite out of one slice and put it back.
it looks like someone just put like some condiment on this slice, but didn't eat it. I hope that's a condiment.
I am praying it's a condiment. I mean, there are condiments in the cabinet that look like they may be 2, 3 years out of date.
You know, it doesn't look like it's molded, but it kind of smells like it.
I wouldn't eat this. We still have rations, right?
The mold's hiding under the cheese.
Oh God.
What happened? I thought the spell was supposed to be extraordinary and helpful and good.
It is, from all accounts, unless people were just extrapolating. I don't know.
Maybe this is like maybe it goes further than what I said earlier. Maybe it's like some big practical joke, you know? Like maybe the guy who sold it to us thought this would be some kind of funny ha-ha gaff. And right now they're scrying this to millions of people across the country. And they're all laughing at us.
Well, that would be remarkably unfortunate considering that I don't think any of us are in a position to have our faces plastered anywhere at the moment.
Yeah, no, that would be particularly bad.
Yes.
Maybe the water messed with the spell, but this is such a strange result.
I mean, it might. I'm not sure. You did read me the components right, and you did buy the right things. I mean, something happened.
As best as we could get with the ink running.
Or maybe, I mean, have either of you been in, what's his name, Marcus's magnificent mansion before?
No, I have not been inside a casting of Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion.
Yeah, Morbius. What about you, Reginald?
I don't even know what those names
Well,
are.
what I'm getting at is like maybe this is just how it normally is, and people have been like playing it up for a long time and pretending it's really great.
I don't know. I read about this in textbooks, and it's supposed to be like the best thing for adventurers because, I mean, the hut is not ideal.
Hey, you know what they always say? Never trust everything you see on the internet.
I read several books in the library. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Is it, perhaps, are you insinuating this could be like the greatest practical joke of all time?
Yeah, I'm really banking on this practical joke theory. I think it's like I'm really, really sold on it.
But who is pulling the practical joke?
That Morpheus guy you keep talking about because it's named after him.
I really don't think that Mordenkainen cares enough to mess with his own spell simply to delight in the plight of people trying to find a place to sleep and change clothing.
Have you ever asked him?
No, I have never met
I rest my
Mordenkainen.
case. I rest my case.
Or perhaps this used to be a very excitable place, but it is,
Run down now.
sort of lost its charm.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe we could like clean it up and get it going again. We could make it a hot hopping place again.
maybe I am going
Get
to
some like
attempt. I'm going to find a restroom or a bedroom or just a different room. You see that thing on the wall?
Yes. Is that what I think it is?
I'm not sure. What do you think it is?
wait. What are you both talking about right now? I'm not following.
The dead, poorly stuffed grung that was in the foyer.
The creature.
I was just gonna talk about that before Reginald started talking about going to the bathroom. I was gonna say we could get a bunch of like funny little creatures and put them on a little stage and have them like sing songs and stuff, and we could sell people pizza, and it could be like this whole thing.
That thing is sentient.
I don't
We might have to
want more
hire
of
some like
those.
security for the night or something though, because I don't really want to be here 24/7 all the time doing everything.
Well, the
Like,
spell doesn't last 24/7, but I also agree. I don't know why you would stuff a grung. That's like stuffing one of us and mounting it on the wall. That's
I
terrifying.
do not know what this thing is, and frankly, you keep saying that word, and it sounds. My brain is correlating it with what Reginald said about the bathroom. Still,
The frog thing that has been staring at us since we came in.
oh, the little frog man.
That used to be a person.
Are you sure?
I'm quite sure.
Have you ever asked?
The dead, poorly stuffed.
yes, we asked.
Taxidermy.
We did. We asked. It used to
Oh,
be a
okay.
person.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that makes sense then.
I know, like goblins and occasionally orcs and gnolls are kind of, evil, but to do something like that, I don't think I can't even. Are grungs evil?
They aren't very nice, but they're not inherently evil. Just kind of assholes occasionally.
They're like toxic, right? But
Well,
I still do not believe that
venomous,
these things are
poisonous,
real.
but
Now I'm starting to believe that both of you are in on the practical joke, and it's more so just directed at me.
it would be very funny. But
it would be funny, but this is not that case.
I
See,
would
that's
not.
what you guys said last time, though. You remember when we did the thing with the bucket and the well?
Mimsy, there is a line. Look at that pizza with the lovely pineapple on it. Do you think I would put such a waste on something like that for a
You know for a
joke?
fact I can't cook.
If it didn't have the pineapple, then you'd know it was me, but it does.
Okay. But you're on thin ice right now, you two.
In any case,
I just hope this place has a library.
I'm going to just open these doors and try to find a room and
What? Why'd you suddenly stop talking in the middle of your set?
Oh,
you see that guy?
I do.
Yeah. I knew there was someone here.
Is he alive?
It's him. Michael.
I
Oh,
can't tell if he's alive or not.
Wait. I think I just heard him like the slightest snore ever. Oh yeah, no, I can see him breathing. He's asleep, I think.
Is he?
Um,
how did he get
What?
here?
I don't
I'm
know. You're not
telling you.
supposed to be able to stay inside the spell when it's not like actively cast.
It's the guy. It's the
What
Magnificent
guy?
Mansion. John Magnificent
That
Mansion.
that is not Mordenkainen. He is not on this plane.
Have you ever asked?
I have read many books.
You haven't asked.
Does he just like come with this place then? Is he like
I
a
don't-
freebie?
I don't know. I mean, it's supposed to come with invisible servants, but I didn't think that they were actually like just a dude.
That is not invisible.
No, he's very, very visible and very, very sweaty.
Maybe it's like invisible, like ENV instead of INV.
That is not how any word
And
ever has
so
been
he's
spelled.
invisible.
Nah.
He's making noises in his sleep.
Do we wake him or do we just like step over him?
I think we close this door and go to a different one.
Agreed.
I feel like he has had thaumaturgy cast on him. I feel like his voice is being amplified greatly.
I think it's because we were starting to wake him. It's like messing with a dragon.
Yeah, close the door. Close the door. Okay. Well,
This
So there's-
kind of sucks.
yeah, there's no food.
This is horrible.
There's no servants.
It smells.
Has anyone
Smells.
seen any libraries? That was one of the things that I tried to make it have, and apparently nothing else that I've tried to make it have has worked.
I mean, we haven't really looked around that much. There might be one, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Doc, I'm really not thinking our chances are too great.
I can hope.
You know what? I've dealt with worse when I was growing up on the streets.
You were richer than I was.
There's no proof of that. So I will simply go to a room and I'm going to change out of these waterlogged clothes.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Might
I
as
have to get
well
these shoes off.
try to at
Indeed.
least get some shut eye at the very least.
I imagine every inch of me is raisin.
I don't want to imagine that. Please
Yeah,
take that
I
mental
wish you
picture
just
back.
wouldn't have said those words that just came out of your mouth.
It's a fear of mine as well, but I think if we face it together, I'll overcome it.
I would not like to be here whenever you
Yeah,
face
no,
that
I don't
fear.
want to face that with you, Reginald. I'm sorry. I know, like, I'm pretty welcoming and accepting of many things in our friendship, but
Draw the
no.
line, man. No.
Especially after the mimic incident with the lake. Yeah, I don't want to ever have to see something like that ever again.
That was
Well,
too much bonding.
God, no, I didn't mean it quite like that. I just meant like so long as you guys are like here and you don't just like leave me, I think like not in the same room, but just in this mansion. Do not be in the same room as me, please. It'll be
Okay.
so weird.
Okay, I was
thank you.
waiting
I
for you
thought-
to get to that
yes.
part. I still wasn't
intention
quite
was
sure.
unclear.
Mm-mm.
Got it. All right.
We're close. I don't think we're that level of close.
Mm-mm.
So we're all gonna go find our own rooms and do that now as separately.
Yes.
Yes. And maybe hopefully find other clothing that has not been on the floor and also previously worn.
True.
And maybe food that's not that.
I think we have rations.
All right. Meet you back here.
Sure.
Maybe in the other room. I don't want to look at the grung.
Okay. Meet you in the stink room.
Which
The stoon.
Mm.
Alright.
Got it.
Right, well, if they're gonna be gone, I'll just be able to take off my boots. Oh, I feared these, this is awful. This is ugly. Okay. Well, nothing but to do it, but to keep facing it. I have my friends behind me. Somewhere. Um, Hopefully things are better on the legs. Let's just unbuckle the belt.
Hey, what are you three doing? Undressing in the street, crazy ass.
You guys hear that voice too?
I was going to ask the same thing. I haven't found a room yet. What is happening?
God, is that you?
No! What?
Is it the sleeping guy? Did he wake up?
What sleeping guy?
Reginald,
You're in the middle of the street.
Reginald, I'm here. Oh,
Floating.
pull up your pants. Reginald, please pull
No,
up your
God,
pants.
I didn't. Mimsy. Dog in the smell.
Okay, what are you three doing? Yeah, okay, what? Hold on, give me the spell scroll. What is happening?
Someone's yelling at us, a disembodied voice.
Okay, let me read that. They shouldn't be able to see us.
Get a
Okay,
room.
All right.
We're in a room.
We're
It
in several
stinks.
rooms. Okay, all right. Mimsy,
What?
where did you purchase this spell scroll from?
I got it from that guy down on the edge of town, the one in the little mud hut who was selling them all out, handing them all out. Like you said, when we walked in, you pointed at him and said, "Oh, look at that guy. That seems like something we should do in the future." And so I thought it would be like a good idea, scout out the venture, get some ideas. And then when I happened to be there, he said, "Hey, I'll hand this over to you for just 5 gold." And so I was like, "Sure, I'll take it. Yeah."
Mimsy, the spell is not Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion. This is Morkenheimer's mockish McMansion. This is not the same spell.
Who's Morgenheimer?
I don't know.
I think he's that
but I'm
legendary
assuming he's a
wizard that everyone
shitty
writes
wizard.
about.
That is not the legendary
No,
wizard.
you know that
He is
one
an
that they write about
offshoot.
in all the books?
Do
He
you
sounds
think-
familiar.
I do know the one they write about in all the books, and his name is not Morkenheimer.
Do you think that was Morgenheimer back there in the room?
I don't know.
I feel like we are quickly moving past the disembodied voice that was just yelling at us from seemingly nowhere, claiming we were in the middle of the street.
True. Sir,
What?
what do you mean we're in the middle of the street?
You are floating in the middle of the street.
So, like, if I take off this glove, you can see that I'm
Don't
doing that.
Stop undressing.
Does that mean I should just find a different room, or?
I don't.
What
I don't
room?
think so.
You're outside.
There seems to be some confusion. We are currently in a pocket
Wait.
dimension, but maybe
Wait.
not a very good pocket dimension.
Wait.
What drugs are you on?
We can just we can just walk out the door, right? Like it's
we
not
can.
gonna.
We can just.
Okay,
leave. I
one
think that
second.
would
You
be
guys stay. Wait, no, you guys stay here for just a second. I'll be back.
We're gonna have to
Oh.
leave town again, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Yes, you are.
Oh no. Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yes, can you
Yes.
hear us?
Yeah. There is no mansion.
Well, no, it's not. It's supposed to be invisible. It's a pocket
Well-
dimension. We go inside, and then we're in the dimension.
it is invisible, but we're not.
Mimsy, what do you mean we're not?
I can see both of you right now. And apparently it's not blocking sound either. Which, probably should have been a tell, because I was thinking I was hearing like birds and stuff while we were in there, but I thought it was just like a funny little ambiance kind of thing that Morkenheimer put in there for us.
This spell sucks.
This spell is terrible. Also, anyone that saw Reginald undressing now owes us like 5 gold. We can make money off of that, right?
I don't. I would not pay.
My dignity.
I'm sorry, Reginald.
How many witnesses are there, Mimsy?
Well, there's a couple children who are pointing and laughing. There seem to be some disturbed mothers. And a small... Oh, I see them now. They're coming up the road. Yeah, it seems to be like a dozen or so angry gentlemen with,
You're going to jail.
farming
out of the
implements.
mansion. Out of the mansion.
And we're getting run out of town. We're getting run out of town.
Stop going. Go. Hey, we hope you enjoyed the episode you just listened to. If you really like our content, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications on YouTube, and look for us on Spotify. If you'd like to see us continuing to do more fun projects in the future, consider supporting us on Patreon. You can find our page linked in the description above all of our other social media links. And finally, if you'd like to keep up with the zany shenanigans of our lives and check out some more skit-based content and things like that, check us out on Twitter and TikTok, links in the description. And hey, thanks!